Time now for a look at your health, and spring means a lot of things: flowers, weeds, blooming trees. But for millions of Americans, sneezing, watery eyes, otherwise known as springtime allergies, are a big problem this year. So for more on allergies and how to protect yourself against high pollen counts, we are joined once again by Dr. Goldman from UCSD. Thank you for being here.
Always good to be here.
Let's start with pollen 101. What exactly is it, and why is it so bad this year?
Pollen are these little teeny particles, and I think we have a picture of it, that actually float through the air. And what pollen does is it actually pollinates plants, so it makes plants grow and populate into more plants. But the biggest problem that we have is there's 10 times as much pollen in the air here in San Diego than there was even last year, and that's probably because of all this phenomenal rain we have.
Right,
and
the drought is over.
Drought's over for now. You know, never know what's going to happen next year, but all you have to do is go out in East County, and it's so beautiful with the greenery. Well, all that greenery, all those weeds and those plants are putting pollen in the air, and the pollen's going to travel 5, 10, 20 miles from where it is.
So then, if it is so significant this year, how can we be sure we have allergies versus a cold?
That's a great question. Usually if you have a cold comes from a virus, and a virus is going to stimulate your immune system. So usually you get achy, and you might have a fever, and you're just feeling bad. With allergies from pollen, you're just sneezing and getting stuffed up.
So what are the treatments? Because we see them advertised on commercials all the time, but what's really effective?
Well, you know, it's about what's on the commercials. To be clear, you have to use an antihistamine.
Okay.
Antihistamines block the histamine release that is caused by the pollen causing an allergic reaction. If your nose is all stuffed up, then you need a decongestant. And those are basically the only things you can do.
Oh, I was hoping you had some magic pill.
No.
Well, what are some of the ways, if at all, that we can actually try to protect ourselves from being exposed to the pollen?
Right, and that's the best thing. It seems simple, but if you're outdoors either exercising or whatever, and you go in the house, what you should do is wash your clothes and wash your body as well as your hair, because the pollen's going to be all over you. Also, you can have actually air conditioning or other devices that actually screen the pollen out of the air.
All right, nothing to sneeze at. Thank you very much. Good advice.
To be here.
We'll send it over to Lauren. I know my husband suffers from them terribly, so we're always looking for more answers.
3 times the amount of pollen this year. That's substantial. There's going to be a lot of people suffering.